What's going on, guys? It's Sage bringing you another video. Today I'm bringing you my deck profile of Lordknightmon. This deck is absolutely crazy. The trend of broken yellow cards continues from Bandai. People are saying this is going to be a tier 0 format. I personally disagree. I think Chaos Golemon definitely has something to say about that. But I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. But this deck is definitely strong. And without further ado, let's just get into that deck profile. For the Digitimer, guys, we are playing the 4 Pikmon from the new set and the 1 Koromon. So we're playing Pikmon now instead of Ubamon. So we're not focusing as much on having 3 or less security. We're now focusing more on getting 3 or more Digimon on the field. So kind of mixing it up there. But pretty much if you have 3 or more Digimon in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets a negative 1,000, which is kind of handy. And then we also play this one just so we have another neg 1,000 one. I did think about playing the 1 Ubamon, but being a one of, it's not really worth having 1 card just to draw occasionally. So I figured 4 cards all technically do the same thing, just have different triggers to do so. So that's it for the Digitimer. Alright guys, getting into the rookies, we are still playing the 4 Pulsemon. I love this card a lot. It's so versatile. Draw a card, gain memory, does it all. This card is great. If you don't have access to this, don't sweat it. You can play some other cards. It's not technically necessary. It just helps. So I will list 2 other cards that I wanted to play, and it's pretty much mixed ratios there. But I will give you ideas if you don't have this as well. We're also playing 4 of the new Starmon. This card is really cool. So if you don't know what it does, on play, for each Digimon you have in play, or one of your opponent's Digimon gets a negative 1,000. So if you have 3 on the field, they'll lose 3,000. Really cool. It says for each Digimon you have in play, so this guy includes himself. So no matter what, even if you play it, losing 1,000. So that's kind of handy. Just like for extra 2k, you can just play this and then get rid of something. Is really nice. And you'll see there's a lot of Digimon in the deck that do lower. So just that extra 1 or 2,000, just whenever, is actually really good. So very strong card. Maxing out on this just because I want to see it. I can just evolve it in breeding, which is fine, or the raising area. But just having access to this a lot is what I want. We're also playing the 3 Patamons. So if you don't know what this one does, inherit your turn once per turn when the opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0, gain 1 memory. So pretty much you have a lot of Digimon that are dropping things by 0. So just having this under something means we can just gain a random memory and just be able to play more Digimon on the field. Because again, that's the goal of the deck. We want to swarm the board as much as possible and get bigger effects, stronger effects off each Digimon. We're also playing the 2 Bushiagamon. So in my previous list with Lordknightmon, I definitely played this at 4. I figured you had to max out. But now there's a lot more targets that this card isn't as crucial. It will win you games. You're still using it for that, but you're just going to hold it at this point. If you have to play it, you have to play it. But you're more going to hold this guy now and use it when you absolutely need to. Before, you just want to have it all the time. But now there's so many other targets to play, he's not as crucial as he was. So 2 one-offs here. We're playing the 1 Patamon and the 1 Loosemon. Didn't want to go 2 Loosemon because I can't actually play it on anything, so I don't want to brick with 2. This, I can at least play it in the raising area, just to, keep playing the game. So I didn't want to just brick on 2 Loosemon, so that's why we're playing on 1 of each there. So strong lineup. Now, options for rookies if you don't want to play Pulsemon. You can play more Bushiagamon if you really wanted to. You can put this to 4. There's also the Salamon that recovers on deletion when you have 3 or less. I did want to actually play that. And there's also any other 2-cost yellow Digimon. I kind of want to play them as well, just so you can swarm the board just a little bit faster. So either of them work. If you just want to straight up replace 4 Pulsemon for 4 2-cost level yellows, that's perfectly fine. I reckon that would actually be alright. So I just like the draw and the versatility this thing brings, but that's more of a player preference. But overall, good lineup. A lot of rookies to play. That's why I like yellows. A lot of cool stuff you can do. A lot of options. But yeah, that's my lineup for the rookies. Going into the champions. This is actually just the same lineup I was playing last set, which is 4 of, I don't know how you pronounce this. Still have no idea. Should probably look it up. But he's just your 1 cost. We also have the 1 cost blocker. Great card. And then we have the 2 Unimon to round off the blockers. So 6 blockers in total. I really like that number. If I could fit a third of this in, I probably would. But this is just a lineup I've been sticking with since the last set. And going into this set, I still like this lineup. We're sticking with it. So that's pretty much it for the champions. Alright, going into the ultimates where things get a little different. We now have the new inclusion from the new set. We have 4 Knightmon. So 3 cost kind of sucks, but it is what it is. On play effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets a negative 4k. So what we're doing with this is we're playing this with Lordknightmon. We're just dropping a level 5, lowering something by 4k. Really, really good. With that as well, we are also playing the 3 Angelwoman. So we're not focusing as much, as I mentioned, on the 3 security thing. So when this comes up, it comes up, but it's not a main focus. So we're not maxing out on this anymore. But having this along with this is really, really strong. So if you have a Lordknightmon on top of this and you attack when you have 3 or less, you can play this and you can play Starmon, which means you're taking 4k and you're doing like 3k damage. With the Starmon as well. So really, really good. That's like 7k altogether. Really, really strong. As I said, you can just drop DP like it's nothing in this deck. It's really, really nice. As I kind of made a mess of my cards there. But yeah, really, really strong engine. I could even see maxing out on this as well. Maxing out on like Blinding Ray. And then just like going crazy with just the spamming of the board. That might be a more aggressive style that I might consider playing in the future. But for now, we're just sticking with this, kind of keeping it kind of cookie cutter. And we have the 2 Lordknightmon, Digiburst, and take 4k. Really, really strong. So with this as well, take 4k, evolve Lordknightmon, attack in, summon a Starmon, or summon a Knightmon. You're just dropping damage, just doing all the DP drops for no reason. Very, very nice. But that is it for the ultimates. Alright, going into the megas, we have the boss monster, Lordknightmon. This card is crazy. It's like Wargreymon, very similar, but it doesn't lower DP. So you can think it's kind of worse, right? So it doesn't do as much as Wargreymon, but it actually does. So it can't attack twice, no. But when attacking, you may play a yellow level 3 Digimon, or a yellow Digimon with Warrior in its type, which is the Knightmon, obviously ignoring memory cost. And then all turns for each other Digimon you have in play, it gains 1,000. So Wargreymon does attack twice, which is really cool. But this card, it's going to sit on your opponent's turn. It's just going to have like 4, 5, 16,000 DP. And that's really hard to deal with. So it's just a boss that, to take down. Like, it's really, really strong. You can play at level 5s, the Knightmon, when you attack with lowers DP. So it controls the board a lot better. While Wargreymon may be more like aggressive and may finish the job faster, this just controls the board very, very easily. And it's just really, really nice. There's a reason why OCG or Japan played this in favor of Wargreymon, just because what this brings is it's crazy with board control. And pairing with that, we are playing the 2 slash Angemon. So just taking 8k off on Digivolution is still very, very good. And then we have the 1 Mega Angemon. Or Magnadramon, sorry, I should say. Still really cool. It's recovery on play, recover 2. And then when attacking, you play a level 3. So it's still really, really strong. And that's what we want. So with Wargreymon, you used to have to pair it with Angelwoman. Now, this card, just all the time when it attacks, you're just doing what Angelwoman was doing for the deck. But now you can just do it all the time, so you're always getting a second body. This thing does the same thing, but also recovers too. This deck's just, again, the board control this deck brings is like, it's actually absolutely crazy. And to round it off with the Digimon, we are playing the 2 level 7s, the 2 Chaosmon. I was playing 3 for a little bit, and they were kind of bricking. I found this in Wargreymon as well when I was playing it towards the end of the set. It was just bricking too much. I was like destroying like doubles, and yeah, so I just dropped it down to 2. Like, it's fine, it would do the job. And also, like, usually now, in testing anyway, when I play Lordknightmon, it's usually over 14 anyway, so like, it's actually not that strong. And then if they play their own Chaosmon and your Lordknightmon is actually over 14, they can't even kill it. So it's actually really, really good. But that rounds it off for all the Digimon. Alright, going into the Tamers and options, we are just playing the 3 TK. Very, very good card. Amazing card, actually. Just like probably still the best Tamer in the game. I know there's a lot of good ones in the new set now, but this card is just look at your security, get whatever card you want, then just recover. Absolutely amazing. And then we are playing for the options 2 Blinding Ray. Card's still good. We still want it so we can trigger Angelwoman when we need it. It's just a good way to gain memory. And then we're playing the two cards from the new set, 2 new ones. the Spiral Masquerade. So this card is really, really good. Main, for each Digimon you have in play, activate the effect below. One of your opponent's Digimon gets a negative 3,000. So very, very good. You have 3 on the field, you're taking 9k. Sometimes you have 6 on the field. Like, it's absolutely crazy. This card is great. I kind of wanted to play it at 3, but it does get kind of bricky early game. Because it is 4, that is pretty cheap. But that's still giving your opponent a fair bit of memory early game. Like, you want to do that when you're in like a good position and stuff like that. So just a really, really good card. Definitely makes this deck a lot better. The control, again, the board control, as I mentioned, is just crazy with this deck. But that is it for the options, and that is it for the deck. So I hope you guys did actually enjoy this one. Any comments, any suggestions to make the deck better, definitely let me know. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 10k by the end of the year, guys. So subscribe if you like the video, all that good stuff. Helps me out a lot. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.